Beast into Pugna. That's the roar target. You have to roar the Pugna when you pick it like this. Seems like a block pick. They're just blocking it from like the Grim Beast and the Pugna Beast lane that we just saw.
Well, I mean, shout out to Boba last game. He had a flawless game. He was actually top of the net worth for a good chunk of that time as well. So, they definitely don't want to give him Beastmaster and give him, a very comfortable lane again because it will come back to bite him in the butt.
You know the annoying thing about Beastmaster is that it really feels like if you mess up the lane at all to this hero, he just takes your all of your towers. It just feels like he balls and there's nothing you can do to stop his ball. More so than any hero in Dota currently. It's one of the most frustrating things where the whole game can end in like 20 minutes just because Beast had a good game. It's like, oh, he shows up with a Necro and a Dom, and we can't do anything to kill his units. If we walk up, he'll roar us. Pretty annoying. I'm not entirely sure what the solution is, other than, of course, just stopping him in the laning phase, which is typically what people try to do.
Well, I think
Is to
that's
just
what everyone's trying to do right now. Is the laning phase has become so incredibly important. It's much harder to recover from a lost lane right now with the way that things have
right.
changed in the mechanics. Less gold on the map, and of course, that 50% less kill streak gold. But
People always talk about the gold. Like the gold is always getting changed, and XP is just such a valuable resource. So I do really feel like maybe you would think that it's possible that the lanes don't matter as much because there's less gold, so there's less of an impact from winning, I suppose. But still, it's more about getting an XP lead after the laning stage. Like having
mm,
2 levels on somebody, you feel like a god, and then having a 2 level disadvantage on somebody, it feels like they're a god. You can't do anything other than like praise them as your deity. There's nothing you can do.
it seems weird too because I feel like we're not seeing as much movement during laning stage to help secure lanes for people. It's just basically trying to get the best matchup at the very start. It feels. I mean, occasionally we do see some people like making roaming options. If you see like an Earth Spirit or like a Tusk or
Yeah,
something. But I feel like generally we're seeing more stagnant lanes, and I don't know if that's just something in NA that we're seeing or
I
there's
was
so
gonna
much Dota
say,
going on. It's hard to keep track.
I think you hit the nail on the head though with like the picks. Like I think it's like if there's Earth Spirits and Tusks, you'll see the roaming happen.
Mhm.
But when you have heroes like For Pugna or Snapfire or Ogre or Grimstroke, do these heroes really do much when it comes to ganking? What do you care if a Snapfire runs up to you and cookies you? And it's not really the most. I mean, Snapfire's better than something like a Grimstroke at doing this probably, but it's a pretty big commitment for many of these heroes to get to a lane and show up there. Basically, like, okay, I'm gonna try lane this now, and that's a big commitment. Whereas with something like an Earth Spirit, you show up to a lane, kill somebody, you go mid, you come back to the lane, get some runes. Like those heroes want to roam. So I think it is due to the nature of just a lot of the picks.
I think that was a problem too with Moose in the last game, right? He was playing this Nyx assassin, but he was having difficulty getting levels. And he was present for a lot of those fights, and he was able to make an impact, but it just wasn't enough. And we talked about the fact that, he wanted to go hunting, and he just wasn't able to because he didn't have the levels, he didn't have the items.
Yep, yeah, it's a difficult situation because like, you simultaneously don't want to soak, of course,
Mhm.
but Brax didn't really do much with the levels just because it was such a rough Timber game.
It was a Monkey King. It's just.
Monkey King, Ember with the Vessel,
Yeah.
Pugna, like there was a lot to deal with him after the laning stage. In the laning stage, sure, he can creep cut. There was the Monkey King, but it was rough for him.
Okay, so they pick up a Morphling for the side of business associates. I do speaking of Moose, they did pick him up his Snapfire. I've seen him be very, very impactful with this particular hero, but I am a little concerned just because their team fight is pretty lacking on the side of business associates, right? You've got the Roar on Brax, and then you've got the Snapfire Mortimer kisses, but they can just really
It's
walk away. They've got
it's all on Braxton Moose. You're right. It is all on
yeah.
Braxton Moose for sure. Necro, if Necro can have like a solid game, you can run in and kind of be like that frontliner, and that's okay to set up for the Snapfire, but it's not the best. It's a little awkward. Okay, looks like they're deciding between does Moo play Necro or does Nine play Necro. This is an awkward one because I would say I think that like player-wise, probably Moo's a better Necrophos. Okay, cool. I'm
Okay.
glad I called that. I'm glad I called that because Moo, I think, is a better Necrophos player, and Nine is a better Morphling player. But Moo typically plays the more farm-intensive role. So this
Mhm.
is swapping it up, where Moo is going to take less farm priority as Necro, and then Nine is going to take more farm priority.
Hmm.
Despite that being a little different from their normal play style to some degree. So it'll be interesting. I know Moo still, even if he's necro safe lane, he will farm a bit. He plays a weird, like we saw him with Lycan, where he roamed but he jungled in the area, so he's
Mm.
kind of like active but inactive to some degree. He
Would you
does
say
that with
that
these
he's a
hint
little too
heroes.
farm heavy in the last game with his Lycan?
Uh, maybe there's small moments that you could do some things, but really he was playing around the ult. It's hard on like him with the
Hmm.
early levels in the ult. Like it's pretty long cooldown, but you can't fight without it. It's just useless.
All right. Well, we're gonna get started, get into this match, and see who is going to take game number 2. Is Evil Geniuses gonna be able to 2-0 this nice and easy, or wait, why is the banner for business associates on the
Dude, that was a
EG?
good. Did you see the ogre win rate? That was a good ogre win rate. He's like 15-5. Dude, Fear is the best ogre.
Or he's the luckiest ogre.
Maybe. Well, that would
Hmm,
be. That's the best. That's what this hero's about.
that's true.
My dad always said to me when I was a boy, playing Ogre Magi is like playing poker. You have to play your cards right, son. And I said, get out of my room. It's midnight. Stop whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
Good story, Jenkins. Thanks for that.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. Well, I have to say I like the Evil Geniuses lineup just a little bit better here because it just makes a lot of sense. You've got, the Gyrocopter who's going to do a little bit of farming, but is going to be very active. Wow, look, this Hawk is scouting out immediately here. And, they do have the Grimstroke Ember combo plus that Pugna too. So I think their draft is just very straightforward. Whereas, like you said earlier, Brax and Moose really have their work cut out for them.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Moxxi. I don't remember them picking Nature's Prophet. I had no idea there's a Nature's in this game.
That was the very last pick. Last
Oh,
pick for
that's
Volva.
why. That's surprising. That's a good hero. Usually doesn't get around to that last pick.
Well, I mean, they picked up their supports like instantly on the side of Business Associates.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Arteezy getting slowed by the boar. Plus all the stuff coming out from Fear. Moose, keep your tracks. They one more hit, and it's gonna be Brax.
Dude,
So
feed
he's gonna be happy about
Cheesy's
that.
at it again, dude. What is he doing? What are you doing?
He was just trying to walk over to the rune spot, man.
There's an ogre there, man.
There was.
You should have known better.
Oh, he's staying. He wants to kill him again. Get him.
A couple of these value clicks in. This feels like a goon squad of just Snapfire and Ogre.
This is why Fear is the best ogre player in the world, because this hero is all about trolling people like this.
I don't know. I feel like Techies is the bigger trollier hero personally, but
Yeah, but that hero's garbage. This one's.
I don't know. There was some techies owning very earlier today.
I know. God damn it, VP. Why did you do this to the world?
Because the world's gone crazy, Jenkins. We've all gone mad
It really
from
has.
staying home and nonstop Dota, and you gotta start mixing things up. You gotta have some fun.
Yeah. Oh my God, nine.
Nine?
Careful, dude. Careful.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know what he was thinking there. He's fine though, but I mean he is got that other shared tango on cooldown. Looks like he is sending out the courier though, get himself the salve and the wraith band. But
You do have to be very careful as Morphling with the level 1 Morph. It is one of the worst abilities in the game, if not the worst.
But fairly even matchup though here in the mid lane for now, aside from that one little butt clenching moment if you're a Morphling.
Yeah. Definitely favoring Morphling eventually in that lane. Bot lane is not looking very good for business.
Yeah, Moo's been taking a lot of harass. They keep placing down that ward, too, so every time he's trying to heal himself up or whatnot, it's a bit difficult taking that damage.
That is so annoying.
Look at Fear. Slowly. Ugh.
He
Gets
did
the
not-
deny off there, too. Crit says, stop touching my stuff. Get out of here.
My god. What a hero, this Pugna. The mana drain is so obnoxious. Moo isn't casting spells and he just doesn't have mana anyway.
Yeah, it's just even if he wants to cast spells, he can't. There's just so many things that are blocking him from being able to do it, whether it's, you know, the ward, whether it's the blast, whatever. It is just...
Gets the pull off too. Oh god, this is not looking good for Moo. He is not having fun in this lane.
I just like how every single lane is just all over the place, like it feels in these games, right? Because they're pulling on one side, they're pulling on the other. They're just dragging creeps to other lanes. Okay, they do finally take down the ward. It's up again in 4 seconds though.
he got a Heartstopper aura from the ward. That's the only regen that he got. There's a cruel irony to that.
That is a feels bad, man. And then it's just right back down again. The pings come out from Moo. Says, get rid of the stupid thing, Fear. I don't want to have to deal with it. What's going on here on the top lane, though? Brack's going to have to get cookied away here. Moose. A little bit of a slow, but they're not going to hard commit on it. This just feels like such an easy game right now for EG.
Yeah, definitely. Their side lanes, very strong. Gyro, typically a counter beast because of the flak. Bot lane, I wouldn't say is like a counter lane, but it's really weird with this Pugna. Nobody really knows what this hero does too much. Nobody really knows what matchups for Pugna.
Fly? Yeah, Fly just smacks Moose across the teeth with the paintbrush.
Yeah, he was just sitting a little too low. Some regen issues in this lane, even though he's got the headdress. Those nerfs.
Mid lane, oh, 9. He was trying to go for that rune. Looks like Ryoya is going to be able to go snap it up if he likes. He's chasing after him, though. Alright, guess he's just going to allow 9 to grab up the illusion rune.
Why is he curious?
I don't know. Just shifting, I guess.
He wants a little bit more HP on them. Morphling is...
It doesn't really matter, though. He's up against an Ember Spirit here.
Yeah, and maybe he needed a little bit more.
Maybe he just wanted to flex on Ryoya.
Bulba.
Oh, yep. Bulba gets taken down. And that's a kill going over to Moo, so he's got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, he needed that. He's got...
This lane
got 11 denies in this lane. That is nuts. That is so many denies. Against Necro, that matters a lot.
This lane is very uncomfortable for Moo, for sure. And yeah, the fact that this Pugna just does so much in this lane.
Oh my god, even with that kill, Moo is sitting at 1,300 net worth compared to the Pugna's 1,000, so he's only 300 ahead of the Pugna as carry position. I mean, it's early game. You can't... It's hard to... There's been a lot of fighting in these lanes, so nobody really has like a ton of net worth.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're only about 5 minutes into the game, and I'm sure we're going to see some sort of rotations coming out. People want to grab runes. You've got the Cardi wave coming soon. Snapfire trying to fight with Fly here, but Fly having that Inkswell. Cookie Hop, though, do they have... She's got a... Oh, she used the mango and get the Scatter Blast off. Moose. There it is. All right. That's one happy grandma.
Yeah, she
Sad
really
that she
loves...
lost her right now.
She loves shooting people in the face.
Yeah, I
Really
mean, that's kind of her whole
happy.
thing.
Yeah.
We have that in common.
That's a really healthy way to take out your frustration.
Yeah, well, not everybody can Chaos Bolt, you know?
This is true. Some of us are special.
Did you know that Jenkins has dark vision, guys?
I do have dark vision.
You do have dark vision. Yeah, it's just a constant battle here in this bottom lane of, you know, pulling, trying to get any sort of CS on poor Moo down here.
He's just maxing out the Heartstopper. Just get as much regen as he can.
This feels like just a very annoying lane, honestly. But top lane looks like they're trying to they get enough damage over here onto Moose? Inkswell, couple more hits should do the trick, but I don't know if they have it. They'll turn attention now.
Ooh,
Oh, they...
snipe.
Oh, no. Fly.
Nice
Fly
little...
with the Stroke of Fate.
Yeah, good angle. He got the angle right.
I think that's the second time that Stroke of Fate has taken out Moose here, too.
This hero's abilities do so much damage. Stroke of Fate, 300 base damage. Ryoya using the Remnant to farm jungle because he's got a regen.
Might as well. Bottom lane, making moves over here onto Fear. And Boba will collect himself another kill. They just keep trying to get rid of that one, that Nether Ward. They have to, right? They can't allow it to keep being up. It's causing Mu a lot of difficulty, but...
Mu has 3 points in Heartstopper. That is interesting. Usually you see a 2-1-2 build, but...
This lane is really difficult for him.
He really needs the regen from Heartstopper, and he doesn't want to spam out the Death Pulse. It costs too much mana.
Can't say I blame him.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. He's just going bracers.
Trying to make some moves here over onto Crit, but immediately Mu gets treed up. And he's just not fast enough. He doesn't have those boots yet. We'll slow down Bulba just a little bit. Turn back around. Nether Blast gets tossed out, but... Crit's gotta be careful. He's very low here.
Hit that ward.
Get rid of that. They don't want to see that.
Yeah, Necro's pretty fun when you get to this point. You just have so much regen to sustain. Where Necro can really suffer is in the first couple of levels. That's when you punish this hero, but at this point,
he was aptly punished during the laning phase.
Yeah, definitely. But now he's looking pretty nice. Like he is coming up on the CS charts. He's almost as much as Arteezy, who's had a pretty free lane.
Yeah, but is that going to be good enough? Cookie hop top lane jumping over here on the fly, and they should be able to get this kill. But he manages to get a couple of those spells off anyways. Nature's Prophet popping up. Bulba's here. They want to punish Moose for this. They know he doesn't have that cookie. Slide coming out from Ryoya. Nice use of that Arcane Rune. As already you can see the Beastmaster TP's out. He says, alright, one of us is going to die. It's not going to be me.
Oh, time to jungle.
9. Ryoya coming forward. Has Searing Chains. You see they're trying to morph for waveform out. Fear is here. Just slow them down a little bit. You see Crit on the back line here too. They know. Look at the TPs coming out. The battle for the mid lane.
Wow. 2 supports. Both sides. They're all here. There's 4 people
there's also
in.
Arteezy. Arteezy's here too. Fear is just in the middle of just so much hurt right now. He's gonna get absolutely obliterated. Now Moose trying to run away. Body blocks coming out from Ryoya. He's absolutely not looking healthy. It's gonna be a double kill for Arteezy, who makes a rotation to the mid lane.
Yeah, nice rotation with the gyro. This is one of the nicest things about playing this hero as a carry, is that you can actually be active once you have that level 6. Make some things happen. I mean, unfortunately, there's no real push threat coming from EG if they don't have the natures and if there's no catapult wave. So it's just kills, but you know, it's something. Their heroes are fighters.
So I know that the Necrophos can fight fairly early on, but the thing that I'm concerned about is you said, you know, he's on par with Arteezy's farm. And I feel like Arteezy's is a lot more with that that gold and the levels, should they decide to take fights. Uh-oh.
And apparently he's disconnected.
GG. All right.
Let's see. What's the net worth looking like? We
TZ's
got
top of the net worth, 3.6k.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He is.
He's been getting big. Okay. I mean, Necro's one of these interesting weird heroes where like he actually is quite good in the late game. Despite being a hero that can be played as an offlaner, as a mid. I mean, people griefed as a support for a while with this hero as well, going ancients and stuff. But yeah, I think Necro can definitely do decently in the late game, even if he's being like outpaced by a gyrocopter. It's just the nature of having Heartstopper be percentage and Reapers being Reapers. Like if also percentage. If his team is doing well, he can get an important scythe kill on like TZ, or maybe he can pop Ryoya. I don't know, I have faith. I just have faith in Mu whenever I see him on these like safe laners. This is his shtick. This is what he does. you always think that, like, okay, he's not having a great game, he's gonna get out carried by a traditional carry, and then he just owns.
I'm definitely interested to see if that'll be the case, but you can see already too down here, EG making moves. Find Moo immediately. It's going to be the Decrepify, Life Drain. Scythe is going to get thrown out just to interrupt. Cookie Hop coming out from Moo's will land on 2 of them. Nature's Wrath coming out as well. Moo's not looking healthy though. We'll turn back around and Crit's trying everything he can. We'll get stunned up. And they're just kind of playing back and forth. Eventually they do manage to take Crit down. Moo though will fall thanks to Bulba making this TP rotation. Both of these supports are just trying to run away. Fear trying to get off the value spells, just trying to use up his mana. He knows he's dead, but he might as well try to make some damage while he's at it, as he eventually falls.
I love how active the Dong is playing in this game. He's really setting the pace for this game. Even when there was the rotation. Oh, top lane.
Uh-oh, Brax. Yeah, Brax is gonna get just run down with a little help from Bulba.
They're so active on EG. I feel like that's one of the big differences, at least when they're playing at their apex, let's say. It seems like EG just outpaces so many teams in this tournament, where they're just everywhere, you know? They're at the mid wave at 5 minutes, taking the tower. There's like 3 heroes there, when normally there would only be 2 or even 1.
Well, you have to, you know, really secure yourself these lanes. You have to get that advantage. I think it was, I want to say that it was Blitz who was talking about it, but he was saying, you know, with NA, a lot of the times, like, it's a farm fest the entire time with some of these tier 2 teams,
true.
and that's one thing that separates EG from the rest of them. Fear is just super dead here. Final hit, yep, crit, just doing Pugna things, giving the suck.
The thing is,
trying to defend.
You can farm later, you know? Okay,
Whoa, they don't want to farm though. They want to get killed. They want everybody to die here. Nice little bind over on the side, followed up with the more. Probably wasn't expecting that, but does get taken down. Collateral damage.
Yeah, that multi-shot.
Yup.
I was playing with Newsham a couple of weeks ago, and he hadn't seen the multi-shot yet. Because
How?
he's been he doesn't play that much. He plays occasionally. He plays like a couple times every couple of weeks. He'll grind a few. So he came back and he's like diving some tier 2 and he's like, "What the hell? Dude, this tower, it's killing everything. What is this?" It's like, "Oh yeah. Wait until you see repair kit, my friend."
Oh yeah. Oh, he'll be real mad when he sees that. Again. What's going on down here? They do have a smoke coming out from the side of Business Associates. They want to force EG out of their jungle. And they're successful in doing so, but that's a big rotation. In fact, EG using their own smoke. Are they going to go for a fake back? You see the ping comes out. Trying to get into position here.
Like it.
Crit, looking for that opportunity to drop the ward, perhaps? Fear. Creeping his way closer and closer to Crit.
Arteezy just has free reign of the entire Dire side of the map. This is a fun game to be playing carry.
Oh, crit! Wasn't sure if they were going to immediately try to jump on. Looks like they're going to try to take the fight, though, now. Roar's going to come out. We'll land over here onto Ryoya, but they need to get over there faster. There's going to be Soulbind followed up with the Silence Move. He can't do anything right now. They just take down Moose. Next up, look at the double suck coming out from Crit. He'll be able to take down Fear. Brax is stuck in the trees. Another couple hits should do the trick. It's a triple kill for the support Crit. Although in comes 9, he's going to waveform, find the kill on Ryoya. Bulba's just going to have to... Oh, he decides to cancel out the TP because he sees that 9 himself already wants to TP. And Arteezy makes his way bottom. Things feel really good right now if you're an EG fan.
I'm sold on this Pugna. I think this owns. Crit is doing so much work in these fights. Like, he's starting the fights by sucking, and then he gets the double suck, and then he sucks to kill somebody else. It's like he just is sucking all fight. He just can't stop sucking.
He's a little Hoover.
He really is.
Or a little, what's the fancier vacuum? A little Dyson. There we go.
Is a Hoover a brand?
Hoover is a brand, yes. It's a type of vacuum.
Really?
Yeah.
Because isn't that what British people call vacuums?
Maybe.
Oi! I need to Hoover me kitchen, mate.
Why are they Scottish?
No, that was not Scottish.
Then Australian. What is that?
See, now I'm going to be dissuaded from doing voices in D&D. You should give me negative reinforcement. That was a perfect British accent. How
That was
dare you?
definitely not. That was, God. Oh, I hope Gareth is watching and he heard that.
I'll have you, mate. You as a bin.
Oh, God.
Is that racist?
I don't know. He'll have to ask a British person.
Yeah, whatever, man. Those boars. So annoying.
Alright, well, it's a little quiet again. Looks like Arteezy's headed back to farming. So, you know, we do have a rotation coming out here from the side of Business Associates. No smoke, though. Fly nearby.
Yeah, Big
Here.
Dong has
Cookie
his,
Hop doesn't quite
vessel.
connect over on Arteezy, but they want to just take him out. They should be able to
Wow,
burst him
they
down very
kill him.
quickly.
They burst him. 9 is pulling through with this Ethereal Blade. This is a really good... That's the perfect kill to get on that timing. That is the top of net worth. Maybe they can actually come back in this game off of the back of 9. I mean, he has Morphling versus Gyro. This is a classic counter.
The thing you gotta watch out for, though, is the fact that was, what, 4 or 5 heroes in the top lane going after one Arteezy?
But he's a big boy, you know?
He is a big boy, but I feel like... Hold that thought now as Moose trying to Cookie Hop himself away. Get the multicast over on the side, but they will lose Fear. Hunt is on. We don't have Arteezy for another couple seconds, but... Looks like Ryoya spotting out Brax. Able to land the steering chains. Just waiting for some backup, but doesn't look like they necessarily want to commit on this.
Good vision to play around here if you're EG. You really want to take a fight in this area. Okay, somebody used a shovel, and in the top lane, they just left the TP scroll on the ground.
Whoa, that's 90 gold. Not cool. Not cool,
Do
guys.
not litter. In this day and age.
In this economy, just leaving TPs lying around? That's whack.
It's completely whack.
9 has that Spirit Vessel charge here. Bulba's also. Can they oh, they find him. They managed to cancel out the TP. 9's gonna have to fight his way out. Is he gonna be able to? Bulba still here. They'll actually end up using that roar. Buy a little bit more time. And escort Mr. Morphling out. And we get a smoke over here as they're combing through the jungle. Arteezy is all alone.
Found him. 9.
They did find him, and it's going to be difficult. I think this is a very dead Arteezy, and the side comes through.
No,
They also end up
feet.
using the Mortimer kisses, though, too. Oh, 9 died at the top?
All right, top net worth players, stop feeding. Both of you. It's time for timeout.
Is this a
All
sign
right.
that's saying, all right, guys, go stick with your team. Stop walking away. Oh,
Yes.
Ryoya? Can they get in close enough? Nope.
Oh, they have borderline no disable for him without.
Well,
the
I mean,
ward.
they did have Fear right there, so they might have been able to grab him. But it is the 20-minute runes. It's going to be a big fight over here for the runes. It feels like, anyways. As they find the Snapfire.
Just gets the rune. Oh, Brax gets the board denied.
Very nicely done here.
Nice.
Only going to get one rune here on the top lane. Crit hanging out inside the pit, hoping that they're going to try to go and fight them. Drain over here onto Moo. They'll follow up with a nice link together. Moo trying to stay alive. They'll get the Cookie Hop. They're in different directions. They've got to move together, like three-legged rice style. They're chased back, as you can see 9. He's trying to fight his way through. He's got his eyes on Crit. It's going to get held into place. Plus, that Spirit Vessel just does too much. They'll get the kill on the Morphling. They'll get the kill on Moose. And now Fear. He's got to run away as fast as those little chicken legs can carry that big old boy. But I don't think he's going to be able to do it because they spot him over in the tree line, these little tree babies, and that's going to be another kill for Crit. Man, Crit, this guy is a support, and he has been doing so much with this hero. It is insane.
God, I know I've said this in other tournaments. I haven't said it in this one, but I'll say it again. I legitimately think Crit is like... Man, sometimes he is like the #1 player mechanically in the world. This guy's mechanics are absolutely insane. This is why he got #1 on EU leaderboards, spamming Troll as a support player. Like, that's an insane achievement. Just the way that he positions himself, like going in the pit, just seeing, like he does similar things on Tusk where, God, it's little mechanics in the game, you know? It's little things like that, like going in the pit where he's basically unkillable in there, and he's close enough to Roche that you'd think that he would get like aggro to the Roche, but he doesn't. So he's just protected in there. Like it's just, it just makes it's such a pain in the ass playing against somebody like this who thinks of these little things. It seems like he always does it. Like he always thinks about these things.
I think that's one of my favorite things about Dota is when you get these players that can play, you know, heroes in a role they weren't intended for originally. I think that's just really so cool, the fact that you can do that. But they do have a smoke. Fly will get revealed. Immediately you see Fear and Brax, they run away. They don't want to deal with it.
This is the cool thing about smokes is that even if you don't succeed in necessarily killing anybody, it still pushes the enemy team into their base.
Yeah.
It's a hard
It's gonna get used immediately. Brax will get decrapified. Boba on the back lines. He's taking so much damage from these Mortimer kisses. He manages to grab the nature up. Still alive. Oh, crit. He tries to keep him alive. He's not gonna be able to do it.
All right,
I forcing them back though. That is the roar down.
Crit. I jinxed him. I jinxed crit. He couldn't save.
He tried, man. He was in the right position. He just could not get there fast enough. Plus, Mortimer kisses just do so much damage, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Boba was just taking him to the face.
I mean, if anybody's gonna get Mortimer kissed to the face, it's gonna be Boba. He's got Mike. He's got mech.
They'll push them back a little bit. No, they don't have the Mortimer kisses. They don't have roar. I don't know. This feels like they could press the issue here if they wanted. In fact, Ryoya still hanging out over in the corner. Dropped that ward over on the side too, but EG seems content to just back off a little bit.
Yeah. Blubba can push top. Going for Maelstrom.
This is just a tier 2 that's going to go down. They don't have any way to really stop this.
Oh,
again, look at Crit's positioning. Again, we talked about this. This healing. Looks like Fierce trying to get the denial off. Brax will be able to get it, though.
It's something.
It's something. I mean, you lose a tower, but...
Yeah, unfortunately...
You're gonna lose it anyways.
All of business are just kind of chilling in their base, other than Moo. I think during that time it would have been nice to see 9 farming or something, but they need him there. He's the big beefy scary guy. I mean, he's really the only hero that's scary on business. So if he's not somewhere, EG doesn't have to be afraid, which means the tower push is a lot quicker than that. So it's a really awkward situation when you're in this position in Dota.
Another smoke gets used over here.
EG with the smokes, man. They're so fast with these, you know? Like, it seems like they're either pushing an objective or they're smoking.
Well, they have the BKB online for the Gyrocopter plus the Aegis, right? So they'll find an opening here. Nice soul bind. They'll hold together. Brax is not going to be able to do anything. No spells at all. He's going to get taken down by Arteezy. And they'll find Fear. Now the BKB coming out. They've got their eyes on 9. They should be able to burst him down as well, so it's a double kill. And then over on the side, Moo just getting drained to death. Ryoya's not done. He wants Moose. He wants his cookie, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to get it. Is he gonna be a mad lad? He's going in. He's going deep here. Crepify with the yeah, they just take care of business. But Ryoya, he went too far. He does get taken down by 9 as he buys back and tries to punish them. Another buyback coming out now from Moose.
Most important thing here is that Ryoya was able to destroy the mango tree inside of Business Associates' base. So that is irreparable economic damage.
You know, you gotta know what's important.
You do. Ryoya was like, you know what? I'll trade my life for this.
Destroying the ecosystem. You know, it's a bad thing. We've been talking a lot about how we have to protect the environment recently.
Yeah, he's like a
And look at him.
kamikaze pilot, except he, instead of flying into like a school of children, he flew into a tree, which, hey man, whatever floats your boat.
Hey man, they did that in Harry Potter.
Which one? The one with the basilisk?
Yeah, I believe so. That's the one where they take the car and they don't mean to fly it into the Whomping Willow.
They did, you're right. Oh,
But they definitely drove it into the Whomping Willow. Or rather, the Whomping Willow attacked them? I don't know.
That's the only Harry Potter that I remember. It's good you were referencing that one.
There we go. See, I got you. We got the
Harry
synergy.
Potter 2. I know which one that is.
Harry Potter 2 Electric Boogaloo. That is the Aegis reclaim though here on RTZ. The rest of the team is ready though. They don't care. They've got the BKB on him. He's got a Reaver. He's working on the Satanic. They don't seem very worried about this, especially when you've got Crit down here who's just going to keep giving RTZ all the life that he can. BKB's going to come out. They've trapped the move over here in the corner, and they just walk right past him. He's an afterthought. They take care of moves as well, and they're still going. They're looking. Nine managing to, throw that out, but he's not going to be able to get the final hit. This little Pugna, this little green Skelly man is just keeping RTZ alive. Nothing's going to kill this guy. Nothing's going to hurt you, says Pugna. It's all right, baby. I got you.
I got you, baby boy.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go.
No baby rage today, Ortiz.
No, he's got his nanny.
Nanny crit.
Nanny crit.
Oh, God.
The Wambulance.
Yep.
Doesn't
it really does feel like you're spoon feeding a big baby as a support player, doesn't it? With these carries.
Oh, yeah.
And not offlaners, though. Offlaners are usually cool. Offlaners are really chill dudes, in my opinion. So cool.
I will say, whoa. Getting a little too far there. But I will say that most of the offlaners that I have had the pleasure of chatting with tend to be very chill people.
Oh, God,
Oh, immediately though the BKB comes out, he's just gonna have to fight through it. He's looking for the rest of his team. You can see that Bobo is thinking about making his way over. He will rejoin. He's got that mech up. And there's the nanny. Grit's gonna protect his baby boy. Nothing gonna hurt you, baby.
Oh, snipes the DD with the boar. Brax, that was really cool. It's too bad there's 22k gold deficit. Oh, God, the roar.
Oh, they're gonna go in on this? Alright, Glimmer, Cape, Cookie jumping forward. In comes Bulba, and we're going in for the fight. They know they don't have the BKB over here on our team, but they don't have enough damage to be able to take out here. They take down Moo! And they're going in for more. That is a team wipe for the Business Associates. Beautifully done by EG. And the GG gets called. Evil Genius is taking the series in a clean 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, they looked real good. They looked real good. There's so much to analyze in a game like this. It's these games with these like tier 1 teams. These are the sorts of games it's really fun to do like some replay analysis of, just because there's so many little plays, like little details where clearly it's just been so many things in practice. Like the amount, like I said, like they're basically either sieging an objective or smoking at all points during the game, which is crazy to have zero downtime like that. It's really crazy. If you are not playing on the ball, you will just get outpaced by any team that's playing like this.
Well, I was going to say, they just felt super efficient. Like, anytime that you had Bulba, pushing out lanes, but generally it was just the four of it was Ryoya, Fly, Bulba, and Crit. They would just roam around as four, and they made so much space for Arteezy. Like, he spent so much time in that top lane, literally doing nothing but just farming, hitting creeps. Nine was also up there, but it came down to the fact that, it felt let me take a look at this. Yeah, like Moo was so starved. Like, so starved for gold. There wasn't much that he could really do in a lot of these situations. Yes, they got a kill on Arteezy in the top lane, but that took like almost all of their heroes to do. And
that was a good start, but then Nine kind of dropped the ball a little bit afterwards with like the TP out and then immediately dying. There's I think we talked about it in the last series where, like, if you have a 2-level advantage, it really feels like you're just unkillable and you have so much control over the game, and a 2-level disadvantage and it feels like you're just useless. Like in Dota, having an advantage and keeping it matters so much because the game is really snowbally. So if you die a couple of times when you're supposed to be like the crutch that your team is walking on, then there's no crutch and you have a broken leg.
They took both of their crutches, right? They took away Moo during the laning phase. He had so much trouble dealing with just Crit and Bulba. And then, like you said, with Nine, just a couple little mistakes, and all of a sudden you're the kid who can't go out and play at recess.
Yeah, you would like to not be in that position where it's all on Nine, but unfortunately they were, and it didn't work out.
Do you think you would
have capitalized on that?
Would you have preferred Moo on something else? I know you said, like, these int heroes are really like what he shines at, but perhaps knowing, especially that Crit plays such a good Pugna and it was still in the pool, should they have picked something different for him, or is that playing too much around the other team?
I can't help but feel that the problem is a little bit like EG's picking a kind of new meta sort of style,
Mm,
and the business associates lineup seems to be more so in like the previous patch. You know, like
right.
we're not like the
They haven't
Grimstrokes,
adjusted
the
yet.
Pugnas. Yeah, the Grimstrokes, the Pugnas, the Embers. Like these heroes are like the 7.26 heroes, whereas like the Beastmasters, the Snapfires, these are the supports people were picking in like the last patch, and they were really good. And I'm not saying that they're bad, right? I'm
Mhm.
just saying that when you're like walking into a new meta with an old meta, you have no idea what's going to happen. So that could either be an advantage or a disadvantage for EG, and obviously it worked out in their favor. And I think the win rates also reflect like what the new meta is going to be.
Absolutely true. Well, that's going to be it for that particular series, guys. Evil Geniuses taking it 2-0. But we are going to shift gears. We're headed to our next series. Coming up, we have Crazy versus Furia. We've got NA versus SA. And when we come back, we'll see what's going to happen between these two teams.